Taiwan reels from Trump's 32% tariff blow. Taiwan's train fare hike set for June despite economic concerns. Tensions rise as mayor disrupts Matsu procession tradition. Trump unveils sweeping global tariffs. 4 space tourists splash down after traveling in orbit. Pope Francis makes first public appearance. Minecraft movie storms box office. 100-year-old tortoises become first-time parents.
Hello everyone, I'm Oceana. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Tuesday, April 8th, International Pageant Day, and here are your top stories. In local news, Trump's 32% tariff on Taiwan strikes a heavy blow to local industries. On the first workday after the Qingming holiday, the stock market tumbled and companies began to feel the pain. Shenzhen Textile's chairman said the company plans to cut 2/3 of its workforce, calling this the final blow and warning that the future won't get any better. Taiwan's Railway Board has approved a 26.8% fare hike set to take effect on June 23rd. During a legislative review of the Taiwan Railway Corporation Act, lawmaker Liao Xianxiang expressed concerns about the impact of U.S. policies on Taiwan's economy. He questioned whether the economic instability might affect the planned fare increase, which was approved by the board earlier this year. During the third day of the Dajia Matsu pilgrimage, a controversy unfolded when Liao Qiuping, the Democratic Progressive Party mayor of Xiluo, overtook Yunlin County Mayor Zhang Lishan to carry the Matsu palanquin. Folk expert Liao Dai warned this breach of tradition could lead to serious consequences. And in global news, U.S. President Donald Trump has defended sweeping tariffs on imports that sent shockwaves through global stock markets, saying sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One late on Sunday, he said jobs and investments would return to the U.S., making it wealthy like never before. Trump's top officials stressed that the tariffs, announced last week, would be implemented as planned, playing down recession fears.
In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them. Very simple, can't get any simpler than that.
Just hours after Trump's comments, stock markets plunged in Asia early on Monday, with Japan's Nikkei 225 dropping by 6.3% and Hong Kong's Hang Seng losing 9.8%. On Friday, all 3 major stock indexes in the U.S. fell more than 5%, while the S&P 500 dropped almost 6% in the worst week for the U.S. stock market since 2020. Saudi Arabia's stock exchange ended nearly 7% lower, its biggest daily loss since the pandemic. U.S. banking giant J.P. Morgan has predicted a 60% chance of a U.S. and global recession following Trump's tariff announcement. Speaking aboard the presidential plane on a flight back to Washington, D.C., Trump said European and Asian countries were dying to make a deal.
SpaceX is wrapping up the latest chapter in its commercial human spaceflight endeavors with the return of Fram-2. The mission carried 4 passengers in a unique orbit around Earth that allowed humans to pass directly over the North and South Poles for the first time. Led by cryptocurrency billionaire Chen Wang, the financier of this mission, the Fram-2 crew had been free-flying through orbit since Monday. The group splashed down at 9:19 a.m. Pacific Time off the coast of California.
The company live-streamed the splashdown and recovery of the capsule on its website. During the journey, the Fram-2 crew members were scheduled to carry out various research projects, including capturing images of auroras from space and documenting their experiences with motion sickness. According to social media posts from Wang, the ailment proved to be a significant issue for the crew. This trip was privately funded, and such missions allow SpaceX's customers to spend their time in space as they see fit. For Fram-2, the crew traveled to orbit prepared to carry out 22 research and science experiments, some of which were designed and overseen by SpaceX. Most of the research focuses on evaluating crew health.
Pope Francis on Sunday made his first public appearance since being discharged from the hospital 2 weeks ago. Francis, 88, entered St. Peter's Square at the Vatican in a wheelchair to briefly greet crowds that were gathered to mark the Jubilee of the Sick and the world of healthcare. The Pope was wearing oxygen nasal cannulas. As quoted by the Italian ANSA news agency, Francis said to those attending the Mass, "Happy Sunday to everyone."
Buona domenica a tutti. Grazie tante.
In a statement, the Vatican press office said Francis joined the Jubilee pilgrimage. It added, before greeting the pilgrims and faithful in the square, to whom he expressed his thanks, he received the sacrament of reconciliation in St. Peter's Basilica, gathered in prayer, and passed through the Holy Door. The Vatican press office also released the Pope's Angelus message, which read, "Dearest ones, as during my hospitalization, even now in my convalescence I feel the finger of God, and experience his caring caress. Let us continue to pray for peace. In tormented Ukraine, struck by attacks that cause many civilian victims, including many children."
A Minecraft movie has proven to be a box office success, bringing in an estimated $300 million globally during its opening weekend. The film, based on the wildly popular video game, was heavily delayed but finally hit the big screen on Friday. It boasts a star-studded cast, including Jason Momoa, Jack Black, and Jennifer Coolidge. The estimates place the film's earnings well above its reported production budget of $150 million. According to Intelligence, around half of the film's global takings came from North America.
The box office numbers come despite reviews for the film being mostly underwhelming. The Telegraph awarded it 2 stars, saying the charm of the video game was nowhere to be found, while The Guardian gave it just 1 star, saying it has a cobbled-together feel. That has not appeared to stop families from showing up in force to see it. Minecraft is one of the world's best-selling video games. The film tells the story of 4 misfits who are suddenly pulled through a mysterious portal into the overworld, the place where all players start in Minecraft. There has been a long history of game-to-film flops, but others, such as Sonic and the Super Mario Bros. Movie, were massive hits.
A pair of critically endangered giant tortoises, aged about 100 years old, have become first-time parents at the Philadelphia Zoo. The zoo said this week it was overjoyed at the arrival of 4 hatchlings from Abrazo and Mommy, a pair of western Santa Cruz Galapagos tortoises. The births were a first in the zoo's 100-plus-year history, and Mommy, who arrived in 1932, was the oldest known first-time mother of her species. This tortoise species is critically endangered in the wild, and there are fewer than 50 kept in U.S. zoos.
The first of many eggs hatched on the 27th of February, and others quickly followed. The zoo's animal care team is monitoring additional eggs that could still hatch in the coming weeks. The 4 hatchlings weigh between 70 and 80 grams. They are being kept inside the Philadelphia Zoo's reptile and amphibian house and are eating and growing appropriately. A public debut of the quartet is planned for the 23rd of April, which marks the 93rd anniversary of Mommy's arrival at the zoo. The hatchlings are part of the Association of Zoos and Aquariums breeding program, aimed at ensuring the survival of the species and promoting genetic diversity. The zoo's president and CEO said, "This is a significant milestone in the history of the Philadelphia Zoo, and we couldn't be more excited to share this news with our city, region, and the world."
The answer for yesterday was C, variability. The variability of the weather makes it difficult to predict the climate accurately. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Trump unveils sweeping global tariffs. Number 1, sweeping. 全面的,彻底的. The sweeping changes in the company's structure have affected every department. Number 2, implement. 实施,执行. The government plans to implement new policies to improve the healthcare system. Number 3, recession. 衰退,经济衰退. The country is facing a severe recession due to global financial crisis. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. International Pageant Day seeks to celebrate the women around the world, encouraging them in their endeavors and acknowledging the work that they go through to compete. Because pageants are about way more than just a pretty face. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm your host, Oceana, and I'll see you next time.